John Harbaugh hasn't even coached a game for the Giants, and he's already attempting to just revamp, as he should, to revamp how things work, especially for training camp. We're going to go over that in just a few moments. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is this good for the team? Is it bad for the team? Personally, I absolutely love it. As a fan, I adore this. Now, Harbaugh is making a major change to training camp. Brian Dable, he believed more in the approach of start off slow, get in healthy, do all that. And listen, that's fine, right? That's okay. It didn't really work, right? Players would still get hurt, right? It didn't stop injuries from happening. Harbaugh is beginning training camp for the Giants when training camp begins in a couple of weeks with a bang. 4 days in a row, 1 day off, then 6 days on, 1 day off, then 4 days on. That's insane. But this is the kind of change that the New York Giants need. They need a culture change. And that's what I think Harbaugh's doing here. Listen, Harbaugh, in my opinion, is going to, I think this group of Giants is going to give us a season that we've been wanting since we had a taste of the postseason in 2022. And we won a playoff game that year as well. But it's been that long. The Giants have stunk for so long. And Harbaugh coming in, making this major change. I'm all for this. Now, this could lead to more injuries. And listen, I get it, but the Giants, it's not like they weren't going through injuries during the season. Like it never mattered. It didn't matter. These 4-13 record, 3-14 record, 6-11, it never mattered. It didn't matter for the team. Now it matters. Right now, we're making just a completely dramatic change, and we're gonna see if it works. I love this though. I love this. I'm so excited. There's so many players on this team that I'm excited for. Arvell Reese is probably number one on that list. He's a guy that we didn't think the Giants were even going to have a shot at drafting. Nobody had him going to the Giants in the draft. We were thinking if Jeremiah Love were to fall or if the Giants were to trade up to get Love, we didn't think it would be there. We thought he was going to go at 2 and that would be that. Didn't happen. Arvell Reese fell to 5. This kid's gigantic. I can't wait a couple more years when he's a little older, more physically mature. But he is just ginormous. I think he's going to have an excellent career. I love his attitude. His attitude is just wants to go and play some football. He wants to go and play some football. I'm gonna go get an Arvell Reese jersey. Man, I'm that excited for him specifically. I was so pumped for Abdul Carter last year, and I think Carter is gonna have a breakout season this year. I really do, especially under Harbaugh. I'm pumped for that. Obviously, Burns, one of the top 10 pass rusher in the NFL. ESPN ranked him 9, by the way. Do the Giants have some questions? Of course, every NFL team does. But I'm very excited for and optimistic about Jackson Dart's second year. I think he's going to be a great leader here on this team. I really do. His teammates love him. Maui Noah, I'm pumped to see him on that offensive line. This is more of a fleshed out offensive line, I think. Andrew Thomas, Illuminor, Maui Noah. I know he's a rookie. I get it. I'm excited for him. The center position, hopefully they're able to shore that up, but I think this offensive line is going to have a really good year this season. And then it comes down to the wide receivers, right? John Harbaugh said, hey, why not just almost sign everybody that we worked out? Yeah, Odell Beckham, Smith-Schuster, Berrios. That's more of a return game thing for him. But man, Harbaugh is trying to change the culture, and he should. Because whatever's been working, whatever they've been doing hasn't been working. Right? Whatever they've been doing, it hasn't been working. Now he's going to come in, make these changes, and we're going to see if it's going to have a positive effect on this team. And I'm in denial. I just think it will. I think it will have a very positive effect on this team. Now, I find it so interesting that the Giants extended Joe Schoen. And it's just like, hey, I guess Joe Schoen is tied with Harbaugh, right? They're side by side. And listen, if it doesn't work out in his first year, in Harbaugh's first year, I think they might terminate Joe Schoen. But if it works out, it works out. And I believe Schoen signed like a 4-year extension. Harbaugh signed a 5-year deal. So that's basically Schoen is going to be here for the entirety of Harbaugh's contract. Clearly, Harbaugh was fine with it. If he wasn't, I don't think Schoen would have, the Giants, I don't think they would have offered him that deal. But I love that we have this kind of a leader in Harbaugh in-house. We haven't had that in a long time. Listen, I like Dable. He just needs to learn how to be a head coach. That's what he needs to do. He needs to learn how to be a head coach. He's going to do well in Tennessee for them. With Cam Ward, he's going to do well. I know he will. He's got his boy Wan'Dale Robinson. He's got him. So I think he's going to do fine over there. Maybe he'll get a new coaching job. Who knows where it will be. But I just love how Harbaugh has everything set up. I love this team, the players. I love the attitude. We finally have this sense. It's not hopium at this point. I don't think it's hopium. That's not what this is. It's this sense of optimism, this true optimism that us as Giants fans really haven't had since they made the playoffs. We expected them the following year to do, they gave Daniel Jones a gigantic contract following that playoff appearance and that playoff win. We expected the Giants to be a lot better, and they weren't. Right, Daniel Jones, whether he got hurt, you had the Tommy DeVito experiment, you had all that going on for them. Very excited for this season. This is the first time in a while, quite a few years, where us as Giants fans, where the optimism, in my opinion, not that being optimistic is ever wrong, but I think if you're going to be optimistic about a nice turnaround, and I'm not saying they're going to win 13 games, let's relax. Maybe 8 or 9, but that's much better than what they have been doing in past few seasons. I think we're in for an exciting, competitive year. And it starts with Harbaugh changing the culture of this team, and I think he's doing that. So I want to know what you guys have to say down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.